why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point.
Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock, has claimed that Will Smith lied about reaching out to the comedian to apologize for slapping him on stage at last year's Oscars. During a recent appearance on Big Boy TV, Tony said that Smith, 54, did not call Chris a few days after the incident, as the actor previously claimed in a YouTube video posted last July.
In a fight and you're in a fight.
Yeah.
We were getting fights in school and my dad would ask my brother what happened. And while he's telling my dad the story, my brother would say, okay, what did you do?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you do?
That wasn't true, Rock said on the radio show. I think like 2 nights later he said, I reached out to Chris and he didn't want to talk. That wasn't true. Tony, who Smith cast in the 2005 romantic comedy Hitch, added that he's surprised Smith has never reached out to him either. He doesn't owe me anything. I just thought we were better than that, he said. My phone number has never changed. So I just thought I'd get a phone call one day like, let's just you and I just talk. It hasn't happened, so I guess it's not going to happen. Last month, Chris Rock dropped his new Netflix comedy special, Chris Rock Selective Outrage.
Y'all know what happened to me, getting smacked by Suge Smith, and people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. Hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel? Everybody called that man a bitch. And who's he hit? Me. A nigga he know he could beat. That is some bitch ass shit. I've rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? I hit him again, Massa. Hit him again. You missed the spot, Massa. A lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? Because I got parents. That's why. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
In the special, the 58-year-old comedian spoke at length about being slapped by Will after he had made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia. Y'all know what happened to me getting smacked by Suge Smith, the comedian joked. People are like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ear. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. You will never see it. Never going to happen, he added. I took that hit like Pacquiao. Rock also said that Smith's anger at him was misdirected and should have instead been focused on his wife, who admitted to having an affair in 2020. Will Smith practices selective outrage because everybody knows what the fuck happened, Rock said. I didn't have any entanglements. Will Smith's wife was fucking her son's friend, okay. Normally I would not talk about that shit, but for some reason they put that on the internet. We've all been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person we cheated on television. She hurt him way more than he hurt me, he added. 1 year after the slap that rocked the 2022 Oscars, the whole mess is back in the news. At last year's Oscars, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock live on camera in a moment that instantly became all anyone could remember from the night. Now, Rock is addressing the slap publicly for the first time in his Netflix special Selective Outrage.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
For those unfamiliar with the events, last year, Rock appeared on stage at the Oscars to present the award for Best Documentary. Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, were both seated in the front row, as Smith was the favorite to take home the Oscar for Best Actor later that night for his performance in the biopic King Richard. As Rock worked the crowd in the lead-up to presenting the award, his attention seemed to snag on Pinkett Smith, who was wearing an army green gown and whose head was shaved following a diagnosis with alopecia. Jada, I love you, Rock said. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it, all right? As the camera cut to the Smiths for their reaction shots, Will could be seen laughing, but Jada looked deeply unamused. Rock went back to his presentation, and then seconds later, Smith marched onto the stage, slapped Rock in the face, and returned to his seat. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, Smith shouted from the audience. Wow, dude, said Rock, it was a G.I. Jane joke. "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," Smith repeated. Shortly afterward, Smith won his Oscar, as expected. The fallout was explosive. The Academy swiftly issued a statement condemning Smith's actions and making the claim that he was asked to leave the ceremony and declined. Within days, Smith resigned from the Academy. A few months later, the Academy announced that Smith was banned from attending the Oscars for the next 10 years. Smith himself has spent the year on an apology tour of sorts. He issued a YouTube apology to Rock, and when he began promoting his new Civil War film Emancipation this fall, he made a point of displaying his contrition for the slap during nearly every interview he did. Rock, however, has avoided addressing the slap in public until now. In his special, Rock riffed on the difference in stature between himself and Smith. "I know you can't tell on the screen, but Will Smith is significantly bigger than me," he said. "Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater." He does not seem to have been charmed by the Emancipation apology tour or by Emancipation itself. "I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped," Rock said. Rock's big theory, though, was that Smith had slapped him out of displaced anger at Pinkett Smith. "Will Smith practices selective outrage," Rock said. "Everyone that really knows I didn't have anything to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglements."
Just all the stuff that's going on in the press. I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made that went cray-cray.
There, Rock is referring to Pinkett Smith's well-publicized relationship with the much younger singer August Alsina, which she described as an entanglement in a 2020 episode of her Facebook talk show Red Table Talk. Over the course of the episode, the Smiths talked candidly about their marriage and said that they were separated at the time of the relationship, but have since reunited. "His wife was fucking her son's friend," Rock explained. Apparently, taking Smith's warning to heart, Rock referred to Pinkett Smith solely as his wife throughout the special. Rock went on to mock the idea of the Smiths interviewing each other about the incident. Rock contended that Smith hit him because he was angry that Pinkett Smith's entanglement had become public knowledge. "She hurt him way more than he hurt me. Everybody in the world called him a bitch," Rock said. "And who's he hit? Me." Pinkett Smith's entanglement did indeed spawn a spate of public hand-wringing, but it didn't hold a candle to the amount of public outrage that the slap engendered. On The View, Sharon Osbourne compared Smith to Hitler, and a Hollywood Reporter article lumped Smith in with a series of domestic abusers. On the other side of the line, Smith's defenders were nearly as vociferous. "Don't say #protect black women for 2 years and then only condemn Will here. Come on," said Jamila Jamil in a later deleted tweet. In your opinion, do you see this drama ending anytime soon? Let us know in the comment section below. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.